one day you have to witness another girl lying on top of your lover right before your eyes and you can't do anything? What's going on? Why would I be so unreasonably jealous? Isn't the person lying on top of my lover myself? Do you know why this strange incident happened? Before jumping into the story, if you find it interesting, please give us a like and subscribe so our channel can make more interesting videos. I'm actually a popular student in school. With my natural singing talent, I have won a lot of love from my fellow students, and therefore my popularity is also increasing day by day. Because I was so outstanding, I caught the eye of many music companies and many parties wanted to cooperate with me to make me a public singer. That's why I'm really busy with my current job, thus losing the balance between study and work. But gradually, my workload is getting bigger and bigger. I can't do everything alone, so resting is almost non-existent. Not to mention being able to go on a private date with my boyfriend Jack. Besides, because I work too much, I often get exhausted, leading to fatigue and boredom. The climax was one evening. While performing on stage, I suddenly had a severe headache. It made me dizzy and fainted immediately afterward. I woke up in the hospital bed and the doctor said I had passed out from overexertion, and this haunted me for the rest of the night. After being discharged from the hospital and returning home, I lay tired on the bed looking for a solution that could help me get out of my current troubles, but all to no avail. After a moment of helpless and tired sighing, I accidentally saw an article with very strange content. Are you looking to escape the fatigue of life? Want to do a good job but can't trust anyone except yourself? Come with us. Such a funny advertisement. No one in this world would believe. Actually, it's okay to believe a little.
So, this young lady didn't come here by accident, right?
I saw the advertisement online. I've been spending a lot of work lately, so I don't have any free time left. Because I thought there would be a solution for me here, so I came here.
So you've come to the right place. I'm Dr. Gaben. I'll show you an invention that will change your life forever, but the price is not cheap, young lady. Will you accept it?
In a moment of reflection, I hesitated, wondering if the upcoming trade-off was really that dangerous. Is it dangerous enough to risk my life, doctor?
What are you talking about? I mean, the amount of money to pay is huge. You don't have enough money, do you?
If it's for money, I don't lack it. Come on, show me the invention that doctor is talking about.
That's right. Open that door and you'll understand immediately.
I looked in the direction where the doctor was pointing and slowly walked closer to the door. I gently opened the door, and what caught my eye was an unbelievable thing. There were many numbered Dr. Gabens standing right in front of me. I rubbed my eyes with my hand. I couldn't believe each doctor was assigning work to each other smoothly, and immediately I slammed the door and turned to look at the doctor who was smiling at me.
There's nothing to be afraid of. They're all me.
What do you mean they are all you? This is so ridiculous. I think I'm getting paranoid.
It's okay. Nothing gonna happen to you. Come here. You'll understand what I want to convey.
Seeing the doctor's clones working with concentration, I immediately understood the doctor's intentions. Thinking for a moment, I wondered if I cloned myself and asked the clone to do the work for me. Wouldn't it be smart? Oh my God, shouldn't I have some time to myself to do the things I like? Doctor, I agree to try this experiment. Clone 2 copies of me. One will go to school, the other will go to perform. And I will get to spend time with Jack.
Cloning is not a joke. You can't clone as many as you want, girl. These clones are yourself, and whatever your thoughts are, the clone will be exactly the same. Furthermore, I note that if you are a person with a big ego, your clone will most likely not do what you want. To be safer, I will create only one clone of you.
Although I really wanted more than one cloning, I had no choice but to agree with the doctor. Even though I was a little worried, I ignored it and quickly signed a 1-year contract. The doctor looked at me with a helpless expression and then told me to get on the cloning machine. Stepping into the machine, I felt a strange source of energy running around my body. Then I closed my eyes and passed out without realizing it. Waking up in my own room, I sleepily looked at the loudly ringing alarm clock. Suddenly, I realized I was late for class. So I hurriedly ran to school. Walking to the classroom door, I intended to rush into the classroom immediately. But suddenly, what caught my eye was the scene of myself sitting in the classroom. I couldn't believe my eyes. It turned out my clone had automatically come to class and studied for me. Oh my God, so I'm free to do what I like? I can't believe it! So after all this time, I finally found a solution so I can take time for myself. OMG, I have to play to my heart's content. There are so many things I want to do that I haven't had the time to do until now. Immediately, I thought about asking Jack to go out with me, but forgot that he was still in class. Well, today I'm going on a date alone. Where to go now? Oh crap, how should I tell Jack about this? Never mind, I'll tell him later. That day, I rewarded myself and had fun to the fullest. It was truly worth it. And that was until I got home, in my room, and saw my clone sitting on my desk studying. I gently walked towards the clone, not knowing how to start, so our conversation was quite awkward at first. As soon as my clone saw me, she greeted me as if she knew she was a clone. I discussed a bit about my wishes, but strangely, she obeyed without any questions. So am I free right now? Should I be free to do anything? Yeah, I must tell this story to Jack. Wouldn't it be weird if you suddenly said this? Instead, just leave things as they are. I'll handle this for you, because I'm you, right? That's right. Wait, this is strange. Why does it feel like she knows what I'm thinking? I don't know if it's okay or not, but it seems like she's right. If I tell Jack now, I don't know how he'll react. Because we hadn't gone out together for a long time. That afternoon, I decided to spend all my time going on a date with him. But after calling many times, but he didn't answer, I felt very strange. Why doesn't Jack answer the phone? Or should I go to school to invite him? Anyway, he doesn't have class this afternoon. After that, I went to the school to look for Jack. But I searched all over the classrooms but couldn't find him anywhere. So I returned, disappointed. Suddenly, my phone rang. I happily thought it was Jack calling back. Then on the other end was my manager, picked up the phone, and a series of scolds from the other end informed me and said, why didn't I go to the performance on schedule? I was very confused and didn't know why my clone didn't come to the performance venue as usual. After that, I had to rush to the performance to do it by myself. Experiencing a lot of fatigue from unexpected work, I tiredly and angrily threw myself into bed, waiting for the cloned Annie to return to question her crime. But I waited until late at night and still didn't see her return. Because I was so tired, I fell asleep without realizing it. From that day on, my clone no longer returned home. The important thing was that I had to continuously do the things she should have done for me. Above all, from that day on, I could no longer contact Jack, and that made me very upset. Foreseeing something bad, I ran all the way to his house and rang the doorbell repeatedly, but waited for a long time without anyone opening the door. Worried, I went into the house without any hesitation and rushed straight to Jack's room. I witnessed the scene of my clone Annie lying on top of Jack, the two of them embracing and kissing right in front of me. Too shocked and upset, I could only look in Jack's direction and collapse in disappointment. Jack also looked towards me now, but at this moment his eyes looked equally confused. Could it be that all was her plan? Bitch, why did you lie to me? Do you know how much trouble you caused, you bastard? Oh, look who's talking. You are me. Aren't you insulting yourself? Think carefully. Why should I listen to your words when I can do whatever I like?
Wait, can anyone explain to me what's going on?
Hey, you're just a clone of me, you know? A copy, nothing more, nothing less. Know your identity and do your job. That girl and I had a fierce argument, then she left without saying a word. Why do I have such an unpleasant feeling? Why am I jealous of myself? Thinking back to the doctor's words, he had told me that people with big egos would suffer unpredictable consequences, and it seemed like this was the doctor's warning to me. Immediately, I hugged Jack in my arms, looking into his eyes. I knew I had to end this so everything could return to normal. Dr. Gabin, this is urgent. My clone is running away. Can you help me delete my clone? At this point, the doctor pulled out the 1-year contract paper, leaving me dumbfounded.
I knew this would happen sooner or later, and now revoking the clone is impossible. Look on the news, your clone is announcing to the world that she is a clone person right now. And soon, journalists and news reporters will immediately appear here to question us.
I have to say, this is much more shocking than being cuckolded. Oh my God, what should I do? Just because of my rash thinking, I ended up having to suffer the consequences like this. What should I do now?
I don't want to say it, but there's a final solution. But this will...
What will happen, Doctor?
If you want to get rid of your clone, you have to accept erasing everyone's memories of you.
I was dumbfounded when I heard the doctor's remove all memories. I truly regret that. Outside the door, the sound of reporters banging on the door wanting to interview me made me really nervous. Thinking carefully, it all started because of me. So at that last moment, I decided to start everything from the beginning. Doctor told me to get into the machine. A beep shouted, and then I fell asleep. When I woke up, it was morning. I walked out of the house and went to school as usual. The first thing I did was go straight to Jack's place, and as expected, he didn't remember anything about me anymore. No matter how many old memories I evoked, it was all in vain. In the end, I still have to start over from scratch.